And this is just a wonderful university and training people with a Christian education, and we're glad to come support this and be at the Bishop
joy
Banquet.
to get to encourage the young people and the next generation to just pass on that torch. And so we are thrilled. It's an honor to get to be here as parents. Our heart's desire is to speak into the lives of our own children, and then as we are able to do that and encourage the next generation. And so we're just praising the Lord for this Christian college and these young people that love God and want to go out and serve the world and make a difference for Christ.
Yes.
What's your main goal tonight when you speak? What do you want to get across to people?
Yes. Okay, tonight we're going to be sharing about our life story and about how really God has shown us things along life's way, and hopefully be able to encourage other young people and people of all walks of life to give every area of their life to God.
How often do you do talks like this where you share your life story?
About once a month.
Okay.
We travel somewhere and speak, and we try not to get too many speaking engagements because we don't want to be gone too much, but a lot of times we travel as a whole family. But this time we brought little Jordan with us, and so anyway, so it's just kind of a quick trip up and back, and we're not too far away.
Sure.
And so anyway, we're glad to be here.
Who's watching the kids?
Yes, Grandma.
Grandma,
Yes,
super
grandmas.
grandma.
Yes. So she did a good job raising me, and I know she does a great job
Yes.
helping us with our kids.
What's the trickiest thing of raising 19 kids?
Good question. I think for each parent, I think the hardest thing about raising kids, especially in today's world, is keeping up their hearts. And it's so important for parents to give children a safe place to share their heart. And then
We've heard it said that the person that praises your child will have their heart. And so as we encourage our children to draw close to God and to really desire Christ's character in their life, we praise them for godly character. And when we see them being responsible or having initiative or being courageous, we praise them for those things. And the goal is to really praise them 10 times more than we have to correct them. And we find that if we do that, that really is that bonding. I think we just really, our desire is to love our kids, enjoy them while they're at home because they grow up really fast.
Yes, they do.
With 16 kids living at home, how do you guys find time to work on your marriage?
Well, I'll tell you what, at least once a week, Michelle and I go out on a date night. Normally on Saturday night, we go to Michelle's favorite ice cream shop and spend time together talking, communicating, talking about things coming up, and pray together. And I really believe that it goes back to a triangle principle that
Yeah.
I showed Michelle on the first date, where you have God at the top and you have the boy over here and the girl over there. And really the closer that two get to God, the closer they get to each other, or the farther away they get from God, the farther away they get from each other. And that's really the key to a successful marriage. And we are at 30 years and counting. And so we're just celebrate 30 years and 19 kids. It's really amazing.
It really is.
Never dreamed we'd have this many. As a matter of fact, tonight we'll be sharing about how God changed our heart about children. Because when we first got married, we thought maybe we would have one or two. And so we'll share about how God changed our heart.
How have you dealt with being thrown into the public eye, and how are you letting your children cope with the newfound fame? It's not really newfound, it's been several years, but...
Yes. Well, back actually, and we'll share a little bit about this tonight, but back in 1997, we went to a rally to try to ban partial birth abortion. And it was really that day that God called us to get involved in politics. And I ended up running for state representative. And when I got involved in politics, or we as a family got involved, we realized up front that one thing we had to do was give our reputation to God and not worry about what other people think of us, but just do the right thing, and then God will take care of our reputation. And so as we have then went from politics to having a TV show, actually we started filming with this 11 years ago. And so we've done over 200 shows, but we've just had to give a reputation to God, realize that there's going to be some people that love us, some people that don't agree with the direction we're headed, but it hopefully will give people kind of an inside look that children are a blessing from the Lord, and how as we raise 19 kids and counting. And so it's been a lot of fun, and we just we love people, we love investing in the lives of young people, and hopefully just kind of being able to share things that have helped us in our lives to encourage other families.
So how do you deal with bad press, especially on social media?
Well,
Because that's all over the place.
I think what we have said to our children, you know, in a family, you learn about conflict resolution at home, especially our family with that many people. And when you find in life, there's going to be people that don't agree with you, and there will be critics. You're going to come up against individuals that really don't agree with you. And I really believe that as we hear what they're saying and ask God, Father, is there something in my life that you want me to change? I want to go through the grid of God's word and use that for good in my life. And if it's truly not what the Lord is saying, and the critics are really truly a critic of what God would say, we honor God and we love people. And so our goal really is, you know, we love others, but just because we love someone doesn't mean we agree with everything that they believe or do. And we don't have to compromise our convictions to be compassionate. And so we teach our children that and encourage them. You love others and reach into the world and make a difference for Christ.
Right, and so that's really the point, is that we love everybody, no matter what background, no matter what their beliefs are. And of course, not everybody's as tolerant towards us as we are to them, but that's part of life, you know.
Is that any kind of, from what happened yesterday with the petition that's now online to cancel the show?
You know, I think we just love everybody, and you know, there's going to be people that react to us because we, over the years, since '98, when I ran for state representative, we've always stood for pro-life, we've always stood for pro-family, and some people don't like those issues, but that's where we stand as a family, and everybody's entitled to their own beliefs.
And united.
That's right.
So,
Okay, there was an episode after Josie was born where you were still living in Little Rock where you had to cancel an appearance. And I remember Michelle saying that you had prayed about where God leads you to speak. So what led you to HLG?
Yes, we get a lot of requests every year to go and speak at different places. But we heard about this university and how they're really trying to encourage the students here to really love God and make a difference in the world. And we thought this is the perfect fit for us to come speak here because this is such a loving school and trying to point their students in the right direction. We thought, you know what?
It lines right up with what our family agrees
Yeah, come
with.
and hopefully encourage students here.
We
Yeah.
have time for one more question.
Is it tough to give each of your children the quality time with so many of them?
Yeah.
Well, the good thing is that we purposed years ago, we decided to homeschool our children. And so we're at home with our children all the time.
Right. And I'm in the
so-
real estate business, so I'm in and out, day in and day out, and my sons and daughters are involved in the business with me. We go and fix up rental
And so
property.
we really probably get to spend more time with our children one-on-one just because we're with them day in and day out. And I think
than most
we're-
families do because we're with them
we're not
every
coming
day.
and going all the time. We're pretty much at home. Unless we're all going together on the bus, which is a lot of fun. And talk about close quarters with that many people.
So we're so thankful for each one of our children, and each one of our children are thankful to be here.